Hey everyone, I'm Literary Freak 11, and this is my June TBR, just a smidge late. So the first book that I have is The Smoke Thieves, and I actually already DNF'd this book. But I wanted to include it because I wanted to talk about it. There are 5 perspectives, and I read 4 of them, and none of them really piqued my interest very much. But it is a good concept. Basically, when you kill a demon, they emit smoke, and that smoke can be captured and used. It's very highly valued on the black market, and that's about all I know. And I loved the concept, but something about the execution just fell flat for me, and the idea that I was going to have to switch between 5 perspectives was just exhausting. The next book that I have is Warrior of the Wild, and this book I'll probably finish in the next 2 days or so. It's about this girl who is a warrior, and she's the only girl in these 7 villages who all kind of are far apart from each other, who is training to be a warrior, and when she fails her test, she's banished with the task of killing a god that demands a lot of stuff from each town, depending on what their specialty is. And so she has to go out into the wild with her warrior skills and complete her task. And I love this book already. The next book that I have is The Nakano Thrift Shop. This book is a non-fiction account of this girl who works in a thrift shop in Japan, and all the interesting people she meets and her colleagues. And I'm already a little bit of the way through, but I've been trying to prioritize which books are due back at the library first. I'm enjoying this. I've been in the mood for nonfiction recently. The next book I have is The Princess and the Fangirl. This is a Princess and the Pauper retelling about where, in this case, the princess is this actress for a show that has a big fandom and got rebooted, like Doctor Who or Star Trek or one of those, and her character is about to be killed off. The pauper who takes her place is a fan who is trying to prevent her character from being killed off, but the actress doesn't want that. She's done with the fandom, and so I hope that the pauper will essentially be able to restore her faith in the fandom. The next book I have is I Am a Cat, and this is a translation from Japanese, and it's about a stray cat on the street who kind of studies human behavior, and it was actually written in the early 1900s, and so I'm actually really excited because of both the different setting and the different time era. Okay, the next book I have is The Lonely Hearts Hotel. This follows the story of 2 kids who have been abandoned or orphaned by their families, and I think abandoned in both cases, and they both develop these intense talents, one for dancing and singing, the other for playing piano, and so they meet, and it's about their love story and about, lost relationships, lost family, stuff like that, and I already loved the first, couple of pages that I read, but, there is rape early on in this book, so just be warned about that. The next book that I have is Serious Moonlight, and this is about a girl whose fantasy life, she's a detective and always trying to solve mysteries and things like that, and she works the overnight shift at this hotel, and the guy also works that same overnight shift, and they end up getting thrown into a real-life mystery, and it just seems like a cute contemporary, and I'm really excited because I've definitely been more in the mood for contemporaries. And the next book I have is The Polar Bear Explorers Club. This is a middle grade about this girl who goes with her father to explore the Arctic, and and it is a fantasy, and when she gets lost with 3 of the other potential explorers in training, she has to see if she can survive with them, and also to be able to explore and see what they find. The next book that I have is Small Favor. This is the 10th book in the Dresden Files series, and if you don't know, for some reason, this is about a wizard who is also a private investigator who uses magic, and also there's a lot of politics and drama by this book, but I can't really tell you that much about it without spoiling previous books. You're just going to have to read it for yourself. And the next book that I have is Enchantée, and this is about a girl whose parents die in a smallpox outbreak and right before the French Revolution, and so she actually ends up using magic to turn herself into a baroness in the court of Versailles, and obviously there's a lot of drama, and so this is kind of a historical fantasy, and I'm really excited to read it. The last book that I have that I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be very bad about reading in general, and it was on my last month's TBR, is The Missing of Claire de Lune, because I literally just forget that I have ebooks. Okay, and now for the audiobooks, I have a 22-hour audiobook that I ended up getting, The Secret History. This follows a boy who travels to college in Vermont or New Hampshire, and he ends up joining the Greek club, and as he gets drawn into the fold, there's a lot of secrets, and you know in the beginning of the book that there's a body that's found, and so you don't know quite how that relates. The next book I have is Dream House, so it's a nice short audiobook to follow the 22-hour long one that A Secret History is, and it's a paranormal thriller about a girl who gets drawn into her dream house. The person staying there offers her the chance to stay the night, and she does, and she wakes up, and things are just not normal, and everything just goes downhill from there. And the last book I have is The Last Song Before Night, and this book has a gorgeous cover, and it's essentially about a girl who is trying to restore magic to the world despite the community that does not want her to. And that's all I have for now. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more videos, and follow me on social media for updates.